try! France have got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Oh, it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig have scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! Did he win it?
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's not Hayden. It's Sara.
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, take a bow. I'm standing up. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports, live stream watch along of the US Open 2021 tennis in New York. We've got, of course, for this stream, Tormo versus Raducanu in the women's third round of the singles tournament. And, of course, myself, Jamie Davies, alongside my sister from another mother, that is Kara Davies. Who knows? What an intro. Who knows? But we of course are probably quite excited because of course we do have a British tennis player in the third round, and we would love to see Raducanu repeat what she did at Wimbledon, which was reaching the last 16. Can she do it again here at the US Open this time? We shall find out. But first of all, Kara, how are you?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me. I've been really looking forward to this third round match.
I was going to say, I mean, this is the thing with Raducanu. I mean, when we saw what happened to her in that match at Wimbledon, sadly on that Monday night, where on the second week, I guess it got to her. Maybe I'm not sure what happened to her at the end, but it looked like a panic attack, and then obviously she had to go off court, and then she didn't come back on. Then they announced that it was forfeited and she had to bow out. And I'm sure for her and the family, they were very upset and gutted of what happened. But I thought of it deep down and thought, you don't win every single tournament. You know, it's her early days, first ever Grand Slam as well. And I think really it's only going to go better for her. And I think this is a great tournament for her to bounce back and to prove that that wasn't just one-off. She can do it, and she's already proven it this week.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think what we need to remember, she's only 18. And this week, she come through 3 rounds of qualifying just to qualify for the main draw, wins her first round match in straight sets, and now she backs it up with a second round straight sets win, and here she is in the third round of only her second Grand Slam.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm just adjusting my camera, folks, so bear with me, because the sound as always goes out of sync. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Boom. Anyway, do get in touch on a live chat page, folks. The match hasn't started just yet. We're just waiting for it to start. Looks as though it should be any minute now, because the match that was on beforehand on court 17, which is just literally outside Arthur Stadium. You can see Arthur Stadium looking over court 17. That's how small court 17 is. We're just waiting for the players to come out and get ready, but originally it was around 7 o'clock time, UK time, it was expected to start, but of course it's tennis, you don't know how long these matches go on for, so do get in touch. And of course you can vote on our poll, and that is asking you who will reach the fourth round. Will it be Tormo or Raducanu? And currently we've got 100% on Raducanu, so poor Tormo, or for any of you Spaniards watching, sadly it looks as though everyone's going for a Raducanu win this afternoon in New York. But you've gone for a free setter, haven't you?
I have, yeah. We were chatting a little bit earlier before we went live, and in my notes I've got prediction Raducanu to win in 3.
Oof, it's a weird one because, you know, 109 ranking places in between them, but her previous opponent in the second round, she was, well, it was over 100 ranking places anyway, and she didn't matter at all. But I said this to you before we went live, Kara. Ranking places when it comes to the WTA, to me, don't mean that much, because you have people even in the 20th ranking spot win a Grand Slam here and there, and you just think, well, it really is that open when it comes to the women's side of tennis.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, a great example of the rankings is Barbara Krejcikova. She won the French Open. She was
Yeah.
mainly known just on the doubles circuit, and along she comes and wins the French Open.
Absolutely, and I think the French Open for me, I personally would find it to be one of the hardest because it's a clay court, a very different type of tennis as well. And actually, here they come out now. Emma Raducanu coming out first since she's lower ranked, and here comes Tormo as well. So Spain versus Great Britain about to start here on court 17. And it is an exciting match. I've only seen Raducanu a handful of times. She really has become quite a name in the last few weeks, especially at Wimbledon back in July. And hopefully she can continue this. And I think as well, Kara, what's difficult for Raducanu is, I think for any tennis player from Britain, going to America to do what they do is always going to be a challenge. They're away from home. You know, they're not at Wimbledon anymore. Raducanu doesn't have that crowd behind her. She is in a mixed crowd at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the courts are a lot bigger than they are, especially bigger than centre court, bigger than court one. So, and the atmosphere is just going to be off the scale because in her last round match, people were queuing to get on the court to try and watch her match. So I think the Americans are really good, which is nice to see.
Perfect. Well, as you'd expect, folks, the sun is shining. When is it not in New York? But of course, actually, I say that there was floodings in New York and New Jersey earlier this week, and it did delay some of the tennis matches. There was even great shots I saw of them having to clear out the rain from the courts here at Flushing Meadows. And yeah, it certainly was Flushing Meadows that night. But both players are on the court. They're just warming up for the moment. But I think while we're talking women's tennis, Cara, of course, yesterday we saw Naomi Osaka bow out to, I believe it was a 17-year-old, which for someone like Osaka, who's won quite a few Grand Slams now, it doesn't look good for her. But she's had such a difficult year. Of course, she's had problems with the media by not attending the press conferences. She's not really been able to get far in many tournaments, and she's taken some time out, and it looks as though her coming back may not have helped so far. What do you think about it all? Because look, mental health is a serious thing. It's clearly that she's been having some mental health problems recently, and she's not enjoying her tennis. But you'd think at some point that maybe getting herself back into tennis is what would help her.
Yeah, I mean, the way that she won the US, her first Grand Slam years ago against Serena in the final, that was probably one of the most dramatic women's finals I think that we've ever seen, just because of the outburst, the argument that Serena had with the umpire, getting accused of cheating. And then I just think from then, I think winning your first Grand Slam you'd think would be one of the best moments of your life, but I think for Naomi Osaka that was the moment that everything changed, and maybe not for the better. She's had her issues this year. I mean, she withdrew from the French Open because she didn't put up to the press, and she didn't play again since the Olympics, where she lost quite early there, and losing out to Leila Fernandez, the 18-year-old Canadian, last night. I mean, was it really a shock considering what she's been going through these last, well, not just couple of months, but last few years especially. Yeah. I think she might need some time off, just kind of step away from tennis, maybe spend time with family, and just turn off the tennis brain. Just live life as she wishes.
I do feel like if I was Osaka, I would put this year behind her. I would take the rest of the year out, take it easy. It's not like let's be honest, she's got the I don't mean to put it in like this, but she's got the time and the money to take a bit of time out, I'd imagine, because of all of her sponsorship deals, all the prize money that she's made as well. And I think she should use that advantage, because a lot of players who are low ranked, who don't win tournaments, can't have that time off because they're trying to keep paying bills and to keep getting as far as they can in tournaments. Not just, a lot of people think they're there to win tournaments, but for some players, that they're just trying to win as many as they can so that they can be able to go home and pay the bills. But I do think with Osaka, if I was her, I'd approach it where wrap up this year, end it now, and just get yourself ready for the Australian Open next year.
Yeah, exactly that, isn't it? I mean, she's in a very fortunate position tennis-wise that she's got her sponsorship deals and all the other deals that have come off of her success in the tennis world, so she can kind of afford to take some time away. I mean, it's worked for Federer, it's worked for Nadal. Everybody needs time off. I mean, it's like working a normal job, isn't it? Like, you're going to need a holiday at some point just to kind of reset. But this is the last Grand Slam of the year. She's out now. There's nothing she can do about it. So take the rest of the year off, come back strong in Australia, and see what happens next year. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
No. And I think we've certainly learned from Osaka, and she's not been the only athlete that's struggled recently. And, you know, we had Samina Biles, of course, with the gymnastics. She wasn't up to her game, and she was able to come back at the end of the gymnastics of the Olympics, but she missed out on a few medals again, and to defend some of those titles she had. And we've also seen Ben Stokes take some time out with England cricket because of mental health. So it's definitely... Oh, go on, yep.
And Adam Peaty as well, he said he wanted to take time off the swimming just to kind of focus on his mental health and also sign up for Strictly Come Dancing in the meantime. But I think this year has been a very important year for mental health and mental health awareness in not just sport, but on a worldwide kind of perspective. I think having these athletes with these platforms so that they can share their experiences with mental health and kind of show everybody that it's okay if you're not feeling great. It's okay. Like, I think to have these people using their voices to help others is a good thing that has come out of it.
Absolutely. I think absolutely spot on. I mean, this is the thing. People got to remember these athletes, they're not robots. They're people as well, you know. It is a job, what they do. Even though it's very different to what me and you would do on a normal day-to-day basis. Well, we're getting ourselves going here, and it's Raducanu who starts the service there. And and she wins the first point as well. That means she's going to win. She's going to win.
Yeah, hold the phone. She's winning. Raducanu's winning the match so far. She's on the first point.
I'm liking the red and navy kind of kit she's wearing this week. It is very American, I feel.
Yeah, it's a good kit. I kind of like it. I'm a fan.
I mean, it's funny because, like, when you watch Wimbledon, all they ever do is wear white, so you get kind of bored of that, and then you want to see them wear a different kit. I mean, let's not forget Stan Wawrinka's shorts from the French Open final a few years ago, which, yes, I was one of those that bought them, and I do not regret it.
It's like, as well, French Open a couple of years ago when Adidas did their zebra kits, and all the Adidas sponsored athletes were wearing these zebra printed dresses and t-shirts and shorts, and a few of the commentators picked that up.
Oh dear. Well, it's 15-all at the moment, so of course the service game is always the most important, of course, in tennis, especially in the opening game. But the one player I've noticed in early games in tennis is Djokovic. He seems to try and break them very early on, and then he already wins the first set very, very, very early on. It's
like he just wears you down.
He definitely does.
The only chance that's got to happen is, like, take the Olympics for example. He lost out to Zverev. He got nowhere near him on that, and I think that's a lot of mental strength to kind of overcome from Zverev, because you've got a mentally strong opponent in Djokovic who is dominating sport at the moment. So he can lose as well, but he's very good at kind of mentally wearing down his opponent as well as play fantastic tennis.
I mean, what a slip up that was, though. What an opportunity missed, because he may not get another chance. I mean, look, the next Olympics is in 3 years, so that's a bit more motivating for him to finally do it, maybe in Paris, which, who knows, it might be French Open courts, Roland Garros. I'd imagine it might be, because of, look at London, and that was at Wimbledon, London 2012.
Exactly.
But I do think with Djokovic, he may look at that and think, damn, I could have won 4 Grand Slams and a gold medal this year, which no one I don't think's ever done. But again, you know, he could still do 4 Grand Slams in a calendar year, which he is very much looking good in the hunt. He's playing Kei Nishikori as we speak. But Raducanu's just a point away from winning the opening game, and Tormo's struck the net, and good start for Raducanu. And yeah, Tormo wearing a fluorescent green vest today. Fluorescent seems to be a colour that people accept these days when it comes to tennis uniforms and other sports as well, which is quite surprising because the tennis ball I've always found a bit fluorescent, and yet now we're starting to see it on kits.
I don't know if you remember a few years back, Wimbledon, might have been 2017, 2016, Bethany Mattek-Sands and her tennis ball dress just reminded me of that. I mean, if there's any tennis player fashionistas, I think Bethany Mattek-Sands is definitely leading the charge in that.
So Raducanu will be receiving this time.
Going back to Djokovic though, just checking in on how he's doing at the moment, and he's actually lost the first set against Kei Nishikori on the tiebreak.
What is it with Nishikori? He seems to be one of those that will never win anything, but he'll always cause a few moments, won't he? He did that with, I remember when Andy Murray, it was in 2016, US Open, and Murray was having a good year because he won Wimbledon, he won gold, and he looked like one of the favourites to win the US Open again.
Yeah,
and then just had that moment on court, and then he lost to Nishikori at the Arthur Ashe. And I was gutted to see that because I was just like, it just felt like, I've got nothing wrong with Nishikori, but you just feel like if on your day you should beat someone like Nishikori.
Yeah.
But no, he likes to cause.
He's one of those annoying players, though, isn't he? Annoying to play against, definitely not to watch, but playing against him, thinking on paper, yeah, I should win this, and then coming up against him on the day, it depends what Nishikori shows up. You could get Nishikori who loses in straight sets, or you could get Nishikori who takes it to 5 sets and wins the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's it, because like Nishikori was a finalist at the US Open in 2014 against Marin Cilic, which wasn't a great final. It was very one-sided. Cilic took him off the park, but both players had to beat Federer and Djokovic in the semis, so it was quite a mad Saturday. I remember, or Friday, I can't remember. No, it was back when the final was on a Monday, so it was a Saturday, and I remember watching both. I was quite tired though when watching them because they were long matches. I just remember like thinking, what have I just witnessed this evening? I've just seen 2 massive upsets. And oh yes, nice shot there by Raducanu. Gets one back on Tormo during a service. We've actually got some messages. We got Jamie Burgoyne saying worst intro ever. Was that my link up with Kara or the video intro? You have to clarify, mate. Maybe both were terrible. Greg says, hi Jamie, long time no see. Where have you been? I've actually just come back from my holidays, Greg. Hence why it's probably only been Luke on the channel in the last week or so. Jamie Burgoyne says, it's so refreshing to have a proper, credible journalist on Let's Talk Sport. Nice to see you again, Kara. I see how it is.
Hi, Jamie. Big fan.
Do you stay in touch with Mr. Burgoyne?
I do. We chat now and again. Good to keep the banter going.
God help you. I'm only kidding, Burgoyne. Only kidding. It's quite a good rally going on here as it's 30-15 with Tormo. It's got, Raducanu, a nice cross-court shot, and that's 30 all.
What do you make of no line judges this year?
You know, it's funny because they've introduced it last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was at the ATP finals last November, and the day before the tournament started, we were prepping a few more things on the court, and then they asked us, you know, we need to use this at 9 p.m. To use the Hawkeye. The Hawkeye team were there to test it, and all I could hear was "ow, ow, ow." You know, automatic, just a robotic guy saying "ow, ow," and I was like, "What the hell's that?" Because I hadn't actually seen it in action before. I hadn't watched it in any other tennis tournaments before the finals, And then obviously come the next day, I see it in action, and it was like, wow, it's actually pretty clever. I know line judges would disagree with it, and I actually spoke to a line judge because they had line judges there as backup in case it didn't work, and they'd have to get them on the court to do a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit gutted, but they understand why it's being used, and it's clever technology. So I'm a fan of it. What about you?
I mean, when it comes to tennis, I kind of like it traditional. Like, I don't feel, say, come Wimbledon next year, I don't think I would like to see a court with just the players, the ball kids, and the umpire, the chair umpire. I like to see the line judges.
Yeah,
because it just makes the whole thing, isn't it? It's like a band without, a drummer to keep the beat.
yeah,
It just doesn't work.
Good point. And actually, the drummer is my favourite. Well, so it's now Juice. Raducanu had a break point there, and sadly she didn't take the opportunity there as Tormo got the point back. But already Raducanu knocking on a door, showing why she is becoming quite the player at such a young age. But yeah, I can understand why they're using it. It's very reliable, it seems, and even when a player challenges it, they can show them as well with the Hawkeye TV.
I mean, I kind of understand as well. They kind of want to keep tennis fresh and exciting to try and draw up more of a crowd. But you just can't beat the line judges.
No, and that's the thing I worry about with technology. It's break point number 2 for Raducanu, so a chance to go 2-love here. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So Tormo with the serve, and that's she hit the net, but did it go out the box there? I'm not sure. I don't have audio on from the match, so it could be another serve, as in not second service. She's got it, get it down this time, no problem. Oh, I think Raducanu hit it long then. It's back to Juice number 2. But yeah, I think it's my worry about technology, and not just sport. It's taking people's jobs, isn't it? Years ago we had the the self-scanning machines in shops and all that, which means less people needed at tills. It's all building up. Some factories, I'd imagine, don't need certain people anymore because they've got computers to do it and all that. You even watch BBC News at 10 and it's just the guy, it's just Hugh Edwards in a room on his own now. There's no cameraman. It's all automatic, it looks like.
I suppose the only person who is enjoying not having the line umpires on court is probably Novak Djokovic.
He's like, where was this technology last year? Because if I hit that ball, it wouldn't have hit anyone.
Yeah, Djokovic is probably fuming that this didn't come in last year, because he probably would have won the tournament if it wasn't for the incident.
You see, that's it. I honestly think he was going to win that. He was no doubt the favourite, and I don't think... Well, Federer wasn't there, and I don't think Nadal was there either. Raducanu's trying to obviously save this game. Nice one, back to Juice. She makes Tormo run for it. She went way past the shot that was struck down the middle. Juice number 3. Get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching the tennis or our stream tonight. Let us know where you're watching it from. Are you in New York? Are you in England? Are you in Spain? Who are you supporting? Let us know. She does look very comfortable on this court, Raducanu.
She does, yeah. Do you know what? I was just about to comment on that. She looks comfortable. She looks confident, and she's looking really strong at the moment. It's great. It's great to see, because our last memory of Emma Raducanu was that 4th round at Wimbledon, which was so upsetting and distressing to kind of see, and she couldn't even make it back on court to retire properly.
She did it long, I think. Sorry, Kara. Yeah, I think she has.
It's kind of nice to see her now enjoying success and being able to mentally tough it out on court in these big moments.
Well, we've We've got Lexi Smith commenting saying Raducanu is going to win and has put win in capital letters. We hope so, Lexi. We hope so. She did just hit a very long shot there. Well, not very long. Just missed the line there, which was a big opportunity. But now it's Tormo serving on the advantage. But let's see what she does here. She's having to retake it. She threw the ball in the air and she went, sorry. I think the sun might have shined in her eyes. Very nice day in New York at Flushing Meadows. She'll attempt the serve again. It's down the middle. Raducanu with a backhand return. Oh, that's gone way out the court. No problem there. Raducanu bringing it back to Juice again. Yeah, I mean, as well, Kara, to get Tormo on her first service game playing for this long as well, that's straight away a good sign, even if she doesn't win this game.
Yeah, it's alarm bells for Sorribes Tormo because of how long this service game has been. She knows that Raducanu has enjoyed similar success as she has this year. I really feel this is a level playing field because both of them have had great runs in other tournaments post Wimbledon pre-US Open. I mean, Emma Raducanu dropped down onto the Challenger Tour after Wimbledon, which I think was a really smart move.
Yeah.
And then obviously accepting wildcards into the bigger tournaments, and then making it through qualifying to qualify to get into the main draw for the US Open. And then you've got Sorribes Tormo, who's enjoyed success as well. I mean, I'm just looking at my notes now. She managed to make the quarterfinals in the Canada Open, quarterfinals of the doubles with Blinkova in Cincinnati, and semi-finals in Cleveland. So she's been enjoying some successes on the court.
I think you're right about the Challenger Tour for Raducanu, though, which is, don't rush it. You're young. Don't put yourself in all these big matches just yet. Don't tire yourself out. You've got a lot to learn still, and I think you're absolutely right. It's back at Juice again. This has been a long game. This is only the second game.
The teenagers are having a really good tournament.
They are.
I was looking into it earlier, and after Leylah Fernandez beat defending champion Naomi Osaka last night, we also had Carlos Alcaraz winning as well. In the men's game, we've got Carlos Alcaraz at 18, Yannick Sinner 20, and American Jensen Brooksby at 20. Women's side, obviously Emma Raducanu, Leylah Fernandez 18 as well, and third one. I found this hard to believe when I was looking this up earlier that she's only 20, but Iga Swiatek, she seems, after winning the French Open, she seems like she's been around for years. And I expected her to be older, but the fact that she's only 20 has just blown my mind.
You feel like they get too mature at their age. Probably never had a beer in their life. Yeah. Raducanu. She's won it, and it's 2-love. Nice one. So what a start in her first service game for Tormo. She's in trouble already. Her serve has been broken early on, and what a start that is, Kara.
Incredible start. I mean, to win your opening service game and then back that up with a break, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better, could you?
No, absolutely not. A question for Lexi Smith. Where are you watching the match from today? Let us know. Do get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. We've got our current poll that has now finally got someone at least voting for Tormo. She's at 5% of reaching the fourth round. 95% of you have gone with Raducanu, though. And, they're straight back at it for this third game. And, of course,
do you know who I reckon it is who's voted in the poll for Sorribes Tormo? I reckon it's Tsitsipas, because I don't think he's had a very good time with Brits this week.
He's got nothing else to do. There's no tennis for him for a while. But I didn't watch the Murray Tsitsipas match because I was abroad. But I woke up the morning after and got my phone and was just like, whoa, damn it, Murray, that's a shame. I was like, no, it's typical Murray though. Even if he doesn't win, he does have Juan Martín del Potro. I'm going to give you 5 sets. If I win, I don't know. But I'm going to make sure this is going to go down to 5 sets and I'm going to knacker you out.
I mean, I didn't even think he was going to make it past 3 sets. I didn't even think he was going to win. I thought it was going to be a straight sets defeat, especially after what happened at Wimbledon. He lost out to a player that he could have beaten there, and then to play Tsitsipas first round. I mean, that's brutal. But to take him to 5 sets, it's encouraging for Murray fans.
It is.
But if he was to win that, how would he have recovered in time for his second round match?
This is it. We've got a random comment here. Hi, please tell who won the toss before the match. I'm afraid I don't know. I'm afraid. 30-15 for Tormo. It's Raducanu on the serve. She's under a bit of pressure here. She needs to win this next point maybe. Oh, as I say that, Tormo strikes the net with her backhand, and it's now at 30 all. We've got Lexi Smith saying, I'm from New York City. All right. You're not.
Hey,
she's probably on the court now. Are you on court 17 right now, Lexi? If not, go buy a ticket, wave in the stands, and we'll wave back at you. Don't know if that.
Need some merch, Jamie, so the fans can rep the merch at
Yeah.
tournaments.
We need to send you a Let's Talk Sports shirt. We got Crystal saying Jamie is back. Hope you enjoyed your time off. I certainly did. It went too quick as always, these holidays, sadly. Have you been able to go abroad, Kara?
No, I haven't. I mean, I was really annoyed because I got my passport renewed after it went out of date 10 years ago. In December 2019, I went to one country and then lockdown happened, and I've not been anywhere since, to be honest.
To be honest, there's a lot of more forms you have to fill in before you could go anywhere, and that's what I only went because of a wedding. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gone abroad, to be honest with you. Raducanu's a point away here. She's serving, yes, wide from Tormo, and what a start! Raducanu, 3-love up, and this is a fantastic start in the opening set. I'm sure if anyone turned up today and you asked the question, who do you think's 100 ranking places higher, you'd think probably Raducanu. Well, you'd be wrong. But as me and Kara have already stressed to you all at home, the rankings in women's tennis is very different.
Yeah, very. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter if you ranked 150 in the world, like Emma Raducanu, playing against somebody who's ranked 40 in the world. It's whoever plays better on the day, and sometimes it could be the lower ranked player. I mean, as a qualifier as well, Emma Raducanu is dangerous, and that's what people think in the early rounds, that if you play against a qualifier or a wild card, it's an easy match, it's an easy win. But these qualifiers have come through 3 matches prior to coming into the main draw, so they've had the more matches. Yeah. They've played on the courts more. They're used to the conditions, whereas maybe some of the higher ranked players haven't had, especially in the first round, hadn't had a match on any of these courts, so weren't used to the conditions, having only practiced on them.
I think as well, Raducanu didn't lose any sets in the qualifiers either.
No, she's played 5 matches. She played 3 in qualifying, 2 main draws, the 3rd today, and she's not dropped a set.
And let's not forget,
straight set victory all round.
I mean, let's not forget, every win she gets at a Grand Slam, it helps her with the rankings, and it might help her avoid these qualifiers in the future. It just gives her more and more of a chance to be a more serious player, more known in the changing rooms. It's just going to help her out. I mean, look at Coco Gauff. I mean, no one knew her until she had that great Wimbledon appearance back in 2019, and she had quite a decent Wimbledon again this year, and it's mad to think she's only 17.
What is it with Wimbledon and these teenagers? Coco Gauff,
well, Boris Becker, Maria Sharapova, they'll tell you exactly how to do it. I keep forgetting Maria Sharapova was like 17 when she won it in 2004.
Probably the only time that she was able to beat Serena in their quotation marks rivalry.
Oh, yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I know what you mean. It didn't. It was a rivalry, but it was a lot of it being Serena. Yeah, Tormo having to get a point back there to make it 15 all on her service. Do get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Do let us know how you are and who you think's going to win. It's the poll's changing. It's now Raducanu at 91% and Tormo at 9%. Tormo slowly growing on our poll. When we went live, it was 100% towards Raducanu, but Raducanu looking comfortable here in the first few games. She's 3-love up. It's 15 all here during Tormo's service, and that was a great backhand. Yeah, great backhand from Raducanu, and it made Tormo hit it wide. I do like her forehand.
Yeah, she's got a great game. I mean, but fun fact about Emma Raducanu, she trains with somebody called Matt James, and Matt James has a connection to Wrexham.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He plays National Club League for Wrexham Lawn Tennis Club. So,
and you know, because you used to you worked there at one point, didn't you, Wrexham Tennis Centre?
Yeah, I still work there, and I'm still a member at the club as well. And I've seen him play down there plenty of times in the nationals that we've got, and I think they've made it into the final, which is down in the south of England somewhere. I think it's happening soon.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah,
interesting. You got it here first, folks. On Let's Talk Sport. How old is he?
Probably maybe late 20s, maybe.
Oh right, so not a young bird then.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely not 18, but a very, very good player.
Oh, Raducanu's break point here. Again. I mean, this is the thing, because we've seen these little spells. We saw it at Wimbledon as well, especially in the third round at Wimbledon. Raducanu seems to be picking up games in a row as well. It's not service games, if you know what I mean. She does seem to just pick them up straight away. I mean, I remember she won 5 games in a row in that third round game back at Wimbledon.
It's you can't believe it, can you? Somebody of her age, ranking and experience taking on these much higher ranked players who have been on the tour for quite a while.
And she has won it, so 4-love, and she'll serve again in a minute, but that is quite incredible. What a start for Raducanu. We might be done before 9 o'clock at this rate. Sorry, Corey, I felt like I just interrupted you there. What was that you were going to say?
Oh, I'm just looking elsewhere to see what else is going on. And Gail Monfils is playing another of the youngsters, Yannick Sinner. Sinner took the first set on a tie break, and he's 3-2 up with the break in the second. Whereas Novak Djokovic looks like he's about to go 3-1 up in the second set against Kei Nishikori.
You do wonder if that could be a 5-setter there, Djokovic Nishikori.
I mean, Kei Nishikori loves a 5-setter, doesn't he? So I wouldn't rule it out.
He does. But he certainly loves the US Open courts, no doubt about that. Meanwhile, it's 4-love here as it's Raducanu's serve. You'd think if she can get this game under her belt, she should win the opening set. Well, she should do just from 4-love, but it's all about holding on to your nerves, and good start here because Tormo has hit the net. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of sport watch-alongs. We do tennis, as you may well know. We only started doing tennis. Me and Carb have been to do it for quite a while, but here we are now. We're hoping to also do the both finals, the women's final and the men's final next weekend. I haven't even asked her for availability yet, folks, so I'm forcing her. She can't miss them.
Yes, boss.
Raducanu with the serve. Oh, the backhand again. She should win that. Yes, straight down. She goes approaching the net from that backhand, and it's absolutely fantastic. Smashes it so that Tormo had no chance there. And, well, I think this is the thing with women's tennis as well, Cara, because it's obviously a maximum of 3 sets. It's one of those, isn't it? You've got to get yourself going, or you could lose it straight away.
Yeah, tennis is an interesting sport, isn't it? You've only got to win 4 points to win a game, and the momentum can swing so easily. So, I mean, Emma Raducanu's 4-love up at the moment. She's winning her service game at the moment, but she could have a messy few points, which will let Sorribes Tormo back into the game.
Yeah.
And it's mental as well as physical. You've got to be able to keep your head up after losing your serve. I mean, it doesn't look like she's going to at the moment. But when she does get herself into that tricky situation, she's got to keep her head to make sure she keeps the chin up and refreshes for the next.
Well, I mean, Raducanu's just won that as a love game, and so 5-love up, and Tormo will have to serve to keep this first set going, but at the moment...
I still don't think it's over. I think Sorribes Tormo... This is why I said it's going to be 3 sets, because probably one of my favourite matches at Wimbledon this year was the second round with Sorribes Tormo versus former champion Angelique Kerber, and she proper give it to Kerber.
Yeah.
Took it to 3 sets. The first 2 sets were tie-break in 7-5, and it was 6-4 to Kerber in the final set. It was an incredible match. So I don't think this is over just yet.
Of course, early days still technically in a match like this. Yeah, so Djokovic, Nishikori in off rash at the moment, and as Kara mentioned, Djokovic 3-1 up in the second set after losing the opening set on tie-break to the 2014 US Open finalist. And Raducanu just then, I don't know what it is, but it looks like a mobile aircon behind her seat that she was waving around her to just get some fresh air, well, whatever you call it, some aircon on her, or something, but just shows how warm it probably is in New York. So the match is only 30 minutes old, and we've already, well, no, sorry, we haven't had the opening set done yet, but we're moments away nearly, maybe. But Tormo has to hold on here with a service game, and of course, Kara, it's all about getting that game on the board as well. You know, when you're 5-love down, it's not about winning the opening set now. It's more just, I just need to get some points on the board.
Yeah, she just needs to win a service game, just so she's got that confidence then to know that she can hold on to her serve. She can win a game. It's just the confidence at the moment on serve, especially for Sorribes Tormo. She needs that confidence, because she could win this and end up being 1-5 down in the match.
Yeah.
You can come back from 1-5 down.
I think that's it, isn't it, with tennis? It's a mental game as well as a physical game, you know. It's that scoreboard that can make you either really just not go for it at the end and think it's over, or you've either got that mental strength, like Andy Murray, for example, to think, no, it's still possible, it ain't over yet. And that's definitely the signs of a warrior. It's 15-love to Raducanu. Oh, the forehand. Oh, so good. Down the left-hand side. And Tormo just, yet again, she can't deal with the power of Raducanu's forehand. And now 30-love.
She looks quite stressed, Sorribes Tormo. In point previous to this one, she was thrown a ball by the ball boy, and she just kind of grabbed it with force and just had a look on her face to say, I'm not happy.
Oh, what a return. Jeez, Raducanu's literally just like, hold my beer, I'm just going to finish this match as quick as I can. Because this is
my non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Heineken Zero. Hopefully they've got that in the States, but I'm sure they do. But my word, 40-love, set point here now then for Raducanu.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean,
wow. I mean, I thought she'd have a good chance in this match, but I didn't think she'd be winning like this. Again,
I
though,
thought it would
Kara,
be closer. I thought you wouldn't be able to separate them. I thought both of them would be winning service games, and it would just take one.
Yeah.
For one of them to get the break and run away. But the person who did that is Emma Raducanu right from the word go.
And
held
just
onto a service game, broke,
Yeah.
consolidated the break to go 3-love up, and here we are at love 5 down for Sorribes Tormo, facing a couple of set points.
Well, she's just won the opening set, 6-love. Raducanu strikes it down the left-hand side of the court with a backhand, and she fist pumps the air. I didn't hear what she said, but she's clearly shouting in absolute, belief, thinking, even for her, Kara, she's just going to look at that and think, maybe she's even surprised. But at the end of the day, it's all about sticking to a game plan and thinking, I've got this. I'm one more set away.
She's got nothing to lose either. This is a second Grand Slam appearance, and she's not got any points to defend, so she can just run away and have fun with this. She's got no pressure, especially facing an opponent who is ranked considerably higher.
Yeah. Well, they got Tim Henman on courtside for Amazon Prime. So I actually didn't know that. It just came up that he was a 2004 semi-finalist at the US Open. That I actually didn't know. I honestly thought Wimbledon was his only majors where that was the closest he got to a final, which was the semi-finals for 4 years in a row. And he just never got to the final at the end, sadly, for Tim Henman. But Greg Rosetsky, he got to the final of the US Open in '97. He didn't win, though, of course. He was a finalist. That was the closest he got for a Grand Slam for British tennis. But again, he was Canadian. It's just when you hear him speak now as a pundit, you think, how's this guy British? Listen to his accent. Got nothing wrong with Greg Rosetsky. I love him, but it's just like you're not English though, mate.
I met him once. I met Greg Rosetsky once at
did
the
you?
tennis centre in Wrexham. Yeah, he signed my shoe. I've still got that shoe.
Oh, brilliant! Was he all right? Was he?
He's lovely. Yeah, he was. I think he was coaching. Liam Brody at the time.
Oh, Liam Brody. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
was Liam Brody at the centre as well, or?
Liam Brody, yeah, because years ago the tennis centre used to host a lot of ITF Challenger events.
Yeah.
We don't anymore, just because apparently the distance between the court and the baseline and the back of the court isn't big enough. It doesn't meet the requirements. So
yeah,
unfortunately, we no longer can hold ITF Challenger
that's
tours.
a shame.
Yeah, but yeah, Liam Brody and Greg Rosetsky were in the tennis centre many years ago now.
Brilliant.
So I would like to take credit for Liam's run at the Olympics.
So what is your role at the Wrexham Tennis Centre, Cara, if people wanted to know?
I'm just the person who answers the phone. So
Oh, right.
if you want to book a court, I'll answer it. I'm actually there tomorrow, so if you want to book a court, give me a call. Courts are cheaper on Sundays.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's quite a good
Yeah.
good offer there. You've heard there. If you're living near Wrexham, folks, be sure to go.
Stream not sponsored by Wrexham Tennis Centre, by the way.
It better be 10%. Raducanu 30 love up on a service game in the opening game of the second set, and again, previous point, just powerful forehand. She's made an error there though. She's hit the net with her backhand, but I think that's fair enough. She's had a hell of a match so far. There's going to be moments, I'd imagine, but it's just all about continuing her game plan and to just stick at it. So Tormo has just convinced herself a little bit there, just talking to herself, thinking you can still do this.
Yeah, this is definitely not the same Sorribes Tormo we've seen at Wimbledon.
No, and
There's definitely nowhere near what she was when she played Angelique Kerber.
And Raducanu's just hit that long, so it's 30 all now. But yeah, Tormo's definitely feeling it now. She's trying to get herself a bit more warmed up. But as I said to Cara before, it's getting that first game under your belt. And if she can break her service, we got an interesting match coming up. Oh. Raducanu's done that a few times, I've noticed, since I've been watching her at Wimbledon. She throws the ball in the air and then she has to do it again.
Yeah, so somebody else who I know who does that. Well, from what I seen a couple of years ago, I was at Manchester for the Manchester Trophy, and British player Gabriella Taylor, she was struggling quite a lot during that week with her ball to serve.
It's a weird one, isn't it? I used, whenever, even though I'm terrible at tennis, I'd be exactly the same. Like, I'd throw it and then it won't go straight, it would just go side to side or something. I'd be like, no, mate, it's not in line with my racket. I'll try it again.
It's hard. Like, the serve is the hardest shot in tennis.
I completely agree. I mean, it's I've noticed with Federer when he serves, the ball goes a bit backwards when he throws it. Like, it's not exactly straight for him, but obviously it's not been a problem for him. But the way I've always watched it nervously when I watched him like play Djokovic, and you just don't know if it's good enough placement just to even make the right service. So it is incredibly, accurate.
Yeah. Good hold from Emma Raducanu there as well, finishing off that service game with a shot at the net cross court. Sorribes Tormo got nowhere near that one, so another game on the board for Raducanu.
We got Crystal saying the strength of those calf muscles are insane. Is you on about Raducanu, or you haven't seen Jack?
Jamie.
or mine, yeah. They're so big you can see them right now.
You can see her from space.
But actually, Crystal, even though you're American, because I know Crystal, but if you actually Google Jack Grealish, he's got big calves. So there you go, you're sorted.
And he cannot lie.
So Tormo's serving. She still hasn't won a game yet in this third round match, and she has to do so now or it could be over. And she's hit that long, I think. Yep, she has, and the Hawkeye would have picked that up. But it's funny, you mentioned the technology in tennis, Cara. We've got it happening in football now where they've got it planned for the linesman not to be there anymore. They're going to soon have an offside technology for that. So it just shows how advanced technology is getting in certain sports.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have in so many ways, isn't it? Because technology is getting smarter, but at the same time, you can't beat having line umpires or referees or everything on the side of, you know, a court or a pitch or any sporting ground.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's a lot more work to be done when having stuff like that, because you have VAR in football, goal line technology. You got to make sure it's all working, but it also brings in a lot of what do you call it? A lot of kit to bring in to the stadium. Raducanu, it's on the net, bit of net action, and she's lost that one. But Tormo now just 15-30 down on a service game. Crystal says, I cried when I learned that Andre Agassi's hair was not real. I think it was beautiful even without the hair. I'm not gay, but like, he's beautiful. But yeah, it was just before my time when he had hair, but I actually don't think the hair suited him. Steffi Graf clearly liked it though.
I mean, true. No comment.
Oh, nice hit there from Raducanu on the net. And she's a break point away. Oh, I've just seen a Heineken can in the stands. They do sell it. Whether it's 0% or not. But Andrew Richardson, who's Raducanu's coach, is watching on, and he looks very calm. Most coaches are, but I'm sure he's absolutely thrilled deep down to think this is some tennis from an 18-year-old. Oh, yes. No. Return was amazing again. Oh, lucky. Hit the top of the net, and sadly it wasn't in her favour. 30-40 now. She's got another chance at break point. It's break point number 2. Crystal says, bold is beautiful, but can you imagine that amount of pressure on you that you felt like you couldn't be yourself? Yeah, a good point. That's a very good point. Raducanu with the return service there. I think it was a net anyway, so she'll have to take it again. But yeah, the ball kids this year have I quite like their US Open Ralph Theron polo shirts. I'd do it just for the freebie.
Yeah. They get some nice kit. I am a fan of the ball boys and girls kit this year. Ralph Lauren polo shirt with like a green sash stripe, would you say, around the front of it? And then we've got
Yeah.
yellows and blues mixed in on the front as well.
It looks like they're trying to use like a bit of the court lines on the shirt. So it's clearly like a tennis-inspired polo shirt. And there you go. Raducanu down the right-hand side has broken serve. And what a start again in this second set. So 2-love now for Raducanu. And she'll is about to serve. And yet her opponent hasn't won a game. I mean, imagine, Kara. I mean, obviously Raducanu wouldn't think like that. But just imagine if she would win this match without losing a game. Going into a last 16. I don't care who her opponent is. I'd be a bit worried.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who she could be facing next. They're probably watching this thinking, wow, I've got some revision to do on this girl because she can hit. She's a classic example of somebody who can bully her opponent off the court. At Wimbledon, I made a few comments at her passing shots. She'd bring her opponent into the net and then somehow conjure up these amazing cross-court angles, especially off that backhand. She's got so many weapons at 18.
Yeah, I've not seen many players like this. Not this powerful. Not even Andy Murray was like this. And I know Andy Murray's in a different, that's men's tennis. But I'll say this now about Andy Murray. He didn't have power. He had more accuracy and more. I'd say Andy Murray had more accuracy, but would also be able to last longer in points, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think an early memory for me of Andy Murray, you'd see him in these long rallies, whoever it was against, but 9 times out of 10, Murray would lose those long rallies.
Yeah. I loved it later on in his career, like Davis Cup and all that. He started to pick up those lobs, didn't he? And they were so good to watch. It was definitely a skill.
Like, the lob he hit in Davis Cup final against Belgium, that final shot, the lob to win the entire tie was
the accuracy.
I think that's one of a Murray special. If there's a shot that you remember Murray by,
it's definitely that one.
It's his lobs. Because I remember an interview years ago, Andy Murray said his favourite shot was the drop shot, and his drop shot back then wasn't that great.
No, his drop shot was poor. 30 all, Raducanu. She was love 30 down on her service game, but she's got it back. Tormo's thinking, I just want to win one game. Just give me one game. I'm probably going out, but just give me one game. Oh, and again, she's done it. She's thrown the ball in the air and she's having to take it again. She does do that a lot, Raducanu, but she's made the serve. She should get this, yes. She's doing it so powerful that she's making her opponent go way off the court. And then by the time, she knows she'll get the ball back to her, but it's too late. She's got the space to just smash it where the player doesn't exist.
It's those angles, isn't it? How
Yeah.
she can generate that speed and direction off the serve to take her opponent out wide off the court, to then set herself up to go cross court on the other side. It's incredible. I don't think I've seen a match quite like this.
I am not trying to sound over the top, and again, I sound like the British media. I'm seeing a Grand Slam winner here. Not this tournament, but I'm seeing elements of a Grand Slam winner. I can't get over how powerful her shots are.
Yeah. I've been following Emma Raducanu's career since 2018, and I made a tweet back in 2018, and I put in that tweet that she is a Grand Slam future champion. So
you better make sure you screenshot that tweet.
I will, yeah. I mean,
you share that when it happens, because I think there's not many people out there who'd have said that before. I'm only saying it now because she's being well known.
Pretty well so far.
Well, yeah, she probably saw your tweet and she went, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Well,
Kara Davies from Wrexham thinks I'm a Grand Slam champion. I'm going to act like one.
I said it here. But yeah, it's actually the having a quick drinks break, and Tormo she's got her head down and everything. She's clearly just not in a good state. which
Yeah,
you
it's
don't want
getting
to see
to the point
that,
now
do
where I
you?
don't think she's enjoying it.
Yeah, no. I mean, for now, right now, it's pride, isn't it? You're just going to try and win a few games if you can. But if you've just checked the score below us, folks, and you've just joined us, yes, Raducanu 6-love up in the first set, 3-love up in the second set. And Tormo's going to serve here now, so she really just needs to get a game or two under her belt just to not lose a match completely whitewashed, which you rarely see in professional tennis. We don't see it very often, a 6-love scoreline. Anyway, here she goes then with the service. We got Crystal Rose saying, I absolutely love your insight, Kara.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Kara is a big tennis nut, I can say that. Big tennis ginger nut, I can say that as well.
Yeah, Jamie and Jamie Burgoyne are the only two people who can get away with saying that.
Two Jamies. Oh, Tom has
About
got a point
Jamie.
though. What's that?
Something about Jamie.
I've still not seen that film, Something About Mary. All I know is that she had a massive quiff. Cameron Diaz, I think, who haven't seen her in any films in a long time. I think she stopped.
Tobias Tormo really giving it large on previous point to go love 15 up, hit a great cross-court forehand to win the point. She set it up really nicely.
Absolutely.
And she enjoyed that one. I think her reaction showed it all. She was happy to just, if that's what it means to win 1 point, imagine what she's going to be like if she wins her first service game.
That
will give her loads of confidence.
I don't know if you've just seen it, but she got annoyed just while she was about to serve. A fly went up to her and she literally looked so pissed off. She's so angry now. She was like, oh, go away, leave me alone. Bless her. Well, looking at our live poll, we've had a few more votes and it's still Raducanu at top at 89%, and for Tormo it's 11% out of the 46 of you that have voted. But yeah, of course, when you vote on those polls on YouTube, you can't vote again. That's it. Once you make that vote, it's too late. Oh, Raducanu. Nice backhand, but Tormo should get there on the baseline. Has she hit it long? I think she has. And that's 30 all. Even when Tormo in her service game was 30-love up, she just can't get away from her British opponent at the moment.
It's like playing against a wall, isn't it? It doesn't matter what Sorribes Tormo does.
Yeah, it's always going to beat you.
Back.
40 rather, yep, still beat me. First service there was long. Get in touch, folks, on our live chat page. Don't be shy, and if you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel, especially for the US Open watch-alongs. We're hoping to at least do the women's and men's finals. Great backhand from Raducanu, past Tormo at the net, and she is a break point away. I've said it a lot of times. I've lost count of how many break points Raducanu has had in this match. Too many, if you ask me, in a level of tennis like this.
Too many if you ask Sorribes Tormo as well.
Absolutely. So, break point. This is to try and go 4-love up. And Raducanu couldn't deal with that one in its juice. She couldn't make the return from that serve.
Do you know who if Raducanu was to go on to win this match, do you know who she would potentially face in the next round?
I have no idea, to be honest. I have to have a look. Let me find that out. If you know already, go on.
It's not confirmed. They're scheduled to play a bit later on, but it's world number 1, Ash Barty, is looking the favourite against Shelby Rogers in their third round match a bit later on.
As much as I love Ashley Barty, she makes mistakes, and I think, I mean, look, what an opportunity that would be for Raducanu anyway.
And
that
that'll probably be on probably grandstand.
After Ash, yeah.
Yeah, grandstand after Ash.
Or grandstand,
big
yeah.
court, bigger than what she's been used to so far.
Yeah, and that's the. I think she needs it though, because if you're going to go down that route, you got to get used to these big stages.
You got to get used to the crowd as well.
You got to get used to the crowd, but I think at the same time it might help that there isn't a full British crowd around her. You know, she's got nothing to lose, as you said before, Cara. There's an American crowd, mixed crowd as well. Some people from all over that have come over to watch. I think it'll be a great experience for Raducanu. If I was her coach, I'd say to her, look, I would never say I'm not expecting you to win. On paper, you're not expecting to win this, but you've beaten people who are 100 ranked places higher than you. And I'd also say to her, let it in, experience it. This is what you've been waiting for. Big stages like this, and you want many more times of this.
It's what you train for.
Exactly. And hopefully that moment she had at Wimbledon when she had that, I'm going to say panic attack. I'm not saying she did. It looked like a panic attack, but sometimes maybe you need that to kind of get used to what you're going to be playing in or working in. But anyway, Raducanu 4-love up on a service game, 2 games away from winning a washout.
I mean, I think I'm mincing my words a little bit there, predicting this was going to be a 3-set thriller.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Sorribes Tormo does have a comeback.
Oh, another great serve there by Raducanu, but she didn't make the return, and it's 15-all.
Scoreboard though.
I know.
6-love, 4-love.
I know.
You got Raducanu fans are probably feeling very calm at this moment in time with the look of it.
It's some statement. This, it really is.
Yeah, it's a statement to the rest of the draw, not just Sorribes Tormo. It's a statement to the rest of the draw. It's a statement to Ash Barty. It's a statement to Shelby Rogers, which either of them could be a next round opponent.
Well, I'll tell you what, when this match is over, me and Cara will look more at the draw for you folks and figure out how a route could be. I mean, I don't want to get over-exaggerated, but what would the route be to that final on Saturday? It's a week today, the women's singles final, and a week on Sunday is the men's singles final. Of course, Novak Djokovic, the favourite to win the US Open and to do the the calendar year Grand Slam, which only Rod Laver's done before. I remember my dad saying that when he used to watch Rod Laver play, his arm was bigger than the other. I'm sure that's true.
Asymmetric.
Well, she's 1 game away, 5-love. No problem with a service game there. I can't get over this. This is crazy.
I'm definitely shocked. I'm not shocked that Raducanu's played an absolute blinder of a match here so far. I'm just shocked that it's not as tight as I would have expected it to be.
Yeah.
Both players are coming in here quite equal, I think. Both of them have enjoyed success post Wimbledon.
Yeah,
both of them are having breakthrough years.
I had a lot of confidence for Raducanu in this match just because of how she's played anyway, but I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, and until today, Sorribes Tormo also hadn't dropped a set either. So it's interesting to now see that the first set that she's dropped in the tournament so far was against Emma Raducanu in the 3rd round, an opponent who's ranked much lower. I don't even think she was expecting it.
No. I want to know, I reckon this tube vacuum van is working for Raducanu. She keeps using it in her drinks break. But this could be it. This could be the last game of the 3rd round between these two players. Tormo is literally serving to stay in the match, but to also get some consolation maybe, at least. And to just avoid a 6-love defeat.
Double bagel. Nobody wants that.
Is that what it's called, is it?
Yeah, double bagel. And if she was to win a game now and lose the match, it would be a bagel and a breadstick. That's Brilliant. What I've known it as.
Oh, again, Raducanu with her forehands. Just, brilliant. Oh, no, Tomo's got back there. Oh, it's just powerful again. I can't get over the power of her forehand. I've not seen this from a British player before. I've never have. I'm sorry, but forget your Tim Henmans. Forget your. Well, he's not British, but Greg Rosetsky, Andy Murray, Dan Evans, you name it. I've not seen tennis like this. This is just. She's on another level. She's in her own league in this match. I can't get over this.
the Brits have had, I mean, if you just completely erase the fact that most of them lost in the first round, this is the first time, I think, in the Open era, we've had 3 British, no, 4, I think. There was Raducanu, Bolter, Harriet Dart, and Heather Watson all made it to the first round of the US Open. I think that's the first time we've ever seen that from the British women.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's 30 love now to Raducanu on Tormo's serve, so she's 2 points away from from winning the match. Tormo may have to maybe watch this match back and wonder what on earth went wrong, or was it just that Raducanu was just too good? Oh, that's more like it from Tormo. She places it down the left with her forehand. Raducanu had no chance getting to the end of that one. 15-30. Be sure to subscribe, folks, to the channel. Click the like button as well if you're enjoying the stream. Of course, our next live stream watch along is tomorrow between Arsenal women and Chelsea women in the Women's Super League, so do join me for that. That's a bit... Oh, good serve there from Tormo. Makes it 30-all. Down the middle. Raducanu just couldn't make a clean return. Well,
News elsewhere. Iga Swiatek is facing 28th seed Annette Kontaveit from Estonia. Iga Swiatek about to take the first set 6-3 over on that match.
Oh, okay. We'll look through more of the scores after this game. Also, Tormo is 40-30 up. She is a point away from winning a game. Unless Raducanu has something to say about it. So, here she goes with the serve down the middle. Raducanu does make the return. Oh, Raducanu's made a run for it, and she's got the point, so it's a deuce. What does Tormo have to do?
Just when Sorribes Tormo gets in a position to win her first service game of the match, Emma Raducanu's like, nah,
Yeah,
this time.
yeah, it's like
You
screw
got to
it,
wait
not
a little
happening.
bit longer there.
Brilliant. Oh, just lost the crowd noise. It's finished. The tape's finished. I need to play it again. Don't know if there's any point now. It's getting to that point of the match where it's nearly over. So Raducanu on a juice game here with Tormo. Bit of a backhand clash going on here. Oh, and Tormo's hit the net, and that means Raducanu is a match point away now. She's just closed her eyes for a few seconds, Raducanu, taking a big breath while looking away from the court. I mean, I can't imagine what feeling she's got right now, Raducanu, because, yes, a win is a success like this, but to win like this is just incredible.
To win in this fashion, at this stage of your career.
In your first appearance at the US Open.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. Well, I think me and Kara will be doing this match on Monday night, if as long as she's free.
Definitely.
Better hopefully.
After watching this, my diary is cleared.
Oh, it's back to juice. So juice number 2. I think I missed that one though, but I think Raducanu hit it long.
She's not she does not want to let this one go, Sorribes Tormo, especially after probably I think it was like a 9-minute game, her first service game of the match.
Yeah, God, that feels like a long time ago.
probably over an hour ago now. That was.
Yeah, I mean the match has reached an hour. It's an hour and 2 minutes from what the clock is saying. Might not last longer than an hour and 3 minutes, depending on how this next 2 points go. Quite a good rally to see here, though. Should go down the right. She does so, Raducanu, but no, Tormo's there still. It's a bit more like it from Tormo. Still going. Oh, and Raducanu's just hit that long. So, Tormo now back again at advantage and is a point away from getting her first game. And I think Raducanu, even though she should still win this match, she'll probably be annoyed if she doesn't get the 6-love. And that last rally was 25 shots.
There's worse positions to be in, isn't there?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Maybe at her standard today, she'll be annoyed. She'll win the match. She'll go, damn it, why did I let that one go? Anyway.
Do you think, though, excluding the set that we're watching now, the second set, do you think that the first set of this match that Radhika played is the best set of tennis that she's played at a main draw appearance of Grand Slam?
Oh, easily. I don't think she had any 6-loves in the Grand Slams anyway. Oh, did she?
She had one. She had one in a first round match at Wimbledon versus Diatchenko. It was a 7-6 6-love. So that was her first love set in her first ever Grand Slam appearance, and she's backed it up with another one.
Blimey. That's crazy. Well, it's back at juice, so Raducanu still got a chance to make it 6-love in this match.
It'll be interesting to see, providing Sorribes Tormo wins her service game. It'll be interesting to see how Emma Raducanu reacts to that, because that could be the change in the match, the change in momentum that Sorribes Tormo is wanting to upset Raducanu's rhythm and relentlessness at the moment.
Well, I mean, this is it, because as you said before the match, it was Raducanu's, match to, she hasn't got anything to lose, but in a way, she's in that situation where she has got something to lose now. Especially when, let's not forget, she had a match point before.
Yeah.
And Tormo's now on advantage, so she's 1 point away. She still hasn't won that game. It seems to be a marathon for her to get that game. But she's hit it long, and it's back to juice.
Another long service game for Sorribes Tormo here.
Fourth juice of this game. Poor Raducanu's literally just walking around like, I ain't letting her do this.
No.
Raducanu 90% to win on our poll. Anyone that's voting now, that's come on.
Cheating.
That's like putting a bet on and you're not going to get the money back.
Yeah, it's like the Stefanos Tsitsipas 8-minute bathroom break. Was that cheating?
Oh, yeah. Was it 8 minutes long or something like that?
Yeah, an 8-minute bathroom break. And I think Andy Murray made a tweet about this the other day, the day after the match, saying that it takes Stefanos Tsitsipas longer to have a bathroom break than it does for Jeff Bezos to make it to space.
I know, that was so like, I was like, oh. But that's definitely Andy Murray, isn't it? Like, he's really got I mean, it was still a good joke, but he's got a cold sense of humour. It's very dry, Andy Murray. But yeah, it is funny. Oh, Tormo's won the game. She finally got one. Relief. And you could tell that there are people applauding in the stands, and I'm gutted for Raducanu. I'd have loved to have seen her win 6-love, but she will serve this next game now, and in a bid to win it 6-1. But we've got Maker Casham getting in touch. Hello, Maker, asking, is Tormo injured today? I've not seen any signs of her looking injured, but she's been able to carry on, no problem if there is any. But what about you, Kara? Have you seen anything that looks obvious or
not so much injury wise? It's just the serve. The serve just doesn't seem to be having that much of an effect. We've seen with Emma Raducanu's serves, she's able to push her opponent out wide, create those angles, whereas Sorribes Tormo has just, I feel she's played it a little bit safe on serve.
Yes. And I think at some point when you're losing a match, you need to change that.
Yeah, which is what we saw in her last service game, where she mixed it up. She hit a good first serve. She brought herself into the net and finished it off with a volley. I think Raducanu wasn't expecting that, and I think that's what Sorribes Tormo needs to do to kind of upset her rhythm. She needs to make these moves into the net, finish the points off quickly.
It's 15-all now. Raducanu's got a point back. Of course, she's serving for the match.
I think she would rather have not served it out. It's a serve it out question that nobody likes to answer, unless you're serving four aces, banging four aces down like a big John Isner and O'Reilly Opelka.
It is
or
true.
Even Matteo Berrettini.
It is true though, when it comes to a match point or championship point, it's like an ace will do. So easy, but yet so hard. Yeah. Well, she's just won that point, Raducanu, 30-15. What a way to try and forget what happened at Wimbledon when she had to go off the court and not finish the game. 2 points away. Of course, if we'll talk more about who she could play and all that after this.
I was doing some research earlier about Brits at the US Open, especially teenagers at the US Open, and Raducanu is the first British teenager since Laura Robson to win a match at the US Open.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've noticed Laura Robson's doing a lot more punditry these days.
Yeah, it was that wrist injury that she picked up a couple of years ago. She had that amazing run in the mixed doubles with Andy Murray at 2012 games. She had a great 2013 as well. She played Kim Clijsters at the US Open. But injury, she just got played with injury, and it was such a shame because she got that injury just when she was at the top of her game. She was getting so much more confident, getting those match wins, and then the injury, she had to have surgery, and then I don't think she's ever really recovered from coming back from that.
We've got, no, she hasn't. No, you're right. It's a shame because Laura Robson, as we always do say with a lot of young British tennis stars, we you sense there's going to be good stuff for them, but it just doesn't happen. And it is a shame. Jamie Whitney says, I can't bear this, no Spain fight back. And then he's also saying, end it here, Emma, end it here. Yeah, she's on match point number 2 now, 40-30 on a service, so this could be it, folks. An ace will do, as I said before. Down the middle, no, Tormo gets there. Oh, powerful, down the right. And that's it. That's your game, set, and match. And what a win that is by Emma Raducanu. If you've just tuned in, folks, it could have been 6-love, 6-love. It could have been a washout. Tormo only getting the one game, but that is a statement. Despite how inexperienced Raducanu is, she's made an absolute big statement here in New York, going into the last 16. And wow, Kara, I can't get over that. I still feel like it was a 6-love match because Tormo had no opportunities at all today.
Probably the best 2 sets of tennis Emma Raducanu has ever played.
Yeah.
In the time that I've been following her career, you wouldn't think at 18 she would absolutely just take apart Sorribes Tormo, who is ranked considerably higher. I don't think anyone could have predicted that. And I'm just going to rip up my notes here and pretend I'd written down Emma Raducanu to win in 2 sets. But
in 3 sets, yeah.
Scoreline.
Yeah, well, I must admit, I wasn't expecting it to be a straight setter like that. She's having a few selfies with the fans. And, of course, she's definitely won a lot of fans here today. I'm sure there's a lot of Americans who are watching in the stands thinking, who's this player? This player might just go on to win big things. And you could tell there's definitely a bit of a relief and obviously a very happy Raducanu once she made that match point complete. Maybe relief just to go, despite that late response from Tormo, she was still able to hold on and win the match. So she's just being interviewed now with Amazon Prime Video straight after the match. Let's see if we can try and hear some of that, actually.
6-1. The commentator faces really didn't know what to say. What was going through your mind during that match?
I mean, I was playing very well, and I know Sara is an extremely tough opponent. I mean, she doesn't make a mistake, so you have to be on your game at every single point, and I had to work so hard. And there were some really, really long juice games that could have gone either way, so I'm just really happy that I managed to maintain and stay on it and win in the end.
She's one of the most awkward and consistent players to face on the tour.
You hear that?
Talk about how your mental strength and your preparation is one of your keys. How did you plan for this match?
Well, honestly, for this one, I knew that it wasn't really the plan was I had to hit through her, I had to hit the corners. I mean, if you trade against her, you're probably going to come out second best, so I just took the game to her, and I hit more winners than errors today.
I know you're enjoying being in New York, but you're in the 4th round of a Grand Slam for the 2nd successive time. You took your A-levels a few weeks ago. They were fantastic results as well. How are you coping with all of this? It's quite a whirlwind, isn't it?
Thank you. No, I mean, I've got a great team around me, a great team here, so we're just sticking to the same routines, and it's been 2 weeks in New York now, and into the 3rd week. I never thought I'd be here, but I'm just so excited, and yeah, recover tomorrow and then back on it on Monday.
Into the 2nd week of a Grand Slam. I'll let you go in a moment because people clearly want selfies and some autographs from you, but you might be playing the world #1 Ash Barty or Shelby Rogers. This is the Pit Court 17. You're likely to be on a very big court for that. How are you enjoying the experience of the crowd in New York?
Honestly, the crowd is so amazing, so I want to thank absolutely everyone. Thank you so much. Honestly, like, they helped me through so many moments, and thank you so much.
It's a mutual appreciation, isn't it? I'll let you get back to them because they clearly want to say thank you to you as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Emma.
I think as well that you could tell, Cara, because obviously she's young, but she's just enjoying every moment as well. You know, she just seems like an absolute delight, you know, as a person as well as a tennis player.
She's just appreciating every single moment out on the court, isn't she? And I think every match she can get win wise is a bonus. And to have won Love and One Bagel and Breadstick to make it to her 2nd, 4th round of a Grand Slam, 2 from 2 so far, is it's just a big statement to the rest of the draw now.
It really is. Really is not bad for an 18-year-old. Let's read some of the comments because we had quite a few when the match had finished there. Maker saying, I'm Raducanu all the way, but this scoreline is crazy. Stephen Mann saying next round could be Ash Barty. It certainly could be. If Ashley Barty wins her match, then it will be an Ashley Barty-Emma Raducanu match, which could well and truly be at Arthur Ashe Stadium, the biggest court at the US Open. Maker says, go Emma, let's go. I can't pronounce this name. Quati Europe. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong. Saying playing Ash in the next round would be a great match. Jedidar says Raducanu Grand Slam. Hey, who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to not get carried away as well, Jed, but who knows? Who knows in women's tennis. Big chance that she'd lose, but it would be a great learning lesson from Emma. Maker says, thanks guys, cheers. Oh, thank you, Maker. Jamie Whitney asking, are you watching Ash Barty with a wink face? We're not. We'll definitely watch her on Monday if she wins her match, Jamie. She has to win a match first for us to see her in action. So yeah, we've got Jamie Whitney also saying, Andy Murray must be watching with a laughing emoji. Maker says Team Emma. Jedidar says yes, let's go. A walk in the park for Emma today. Love how she yelled back. Haha. See, that's what I mean. Like she's as Emma. Sorry, not Emma. As Cara just said that. You know, Raducanu embracing the moment and enjoying every experience she can get out there on the courts. But I mean, as well, Cara, to get that match done and dusted very quickly as well. Surely that's another benefit for her, to give her more time to rest before Monday.
Yeah, more time to recover, more time to process what she's actually just done, not just today, but to have come through the qualifying and then back that up with 3 wins in the main draw as well. I mean, one more match win, she would have played 7 matches, and usually 7 matches get you a Grand Slam. So it just goes, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so easy to say it. But we'll quickly go through some scores. I mean, in terms of the men's, it's Djokovic who lost the opening set 7-6 in the tiebreak. But he's won the second set 6-3 and he's leading the third set 2-1. And he's actually a break point against Nishikori to try and make it 3-1. So maybe Djokovic has got this third round in his hands now against Kei Nishikori, who was the finalist at the 2014 US Open. We've got also Monfils playing Sinner right now. Monfils lost the opening set and the second set, but he's leading the third set 5-4 to stay in this match. They're currently playing in the Louis Armstrong Stadium. In terms of the women's singles, of course, Raducanu waiting on Ashley Barty or her opponent. I'm not sure who her opponent
Shelby
is.
Rogers.
Are they playing today? They're playing. No, have they already? No, I can't seem to find it.
top half playing today. So she'll be playing. I'm guessing she'll be playing in the evening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't seem to find it on the list here. But yeah, currently we've got Kontavet. Well, she lost the opening set to Zwiatek 6-3. She's winning the second set though 3-1 and is on a service game. So it looks as though that could go into maybe 3 sets there. So a very interesting one. Of course, Kvitova lost today, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean,
to Zachary.
Against Maria Sakkari, though, who had a great run at the French Open, nearly made it to that final. So there's not that many places between them. So it's just a little bit disappointing from a Kvitova fan point of view, but incredible for Sakkari. She's had a great year.
Was it Kvitova? Yeah, Kvitova was the finalist at Wimbledon this year, wasn't she?
No.
Kvitova's
Kvitova's made the final and won it.
I'm trying to remember. I'm just keep thinking. Oh, was she a semi-finalist this year? I can't remember.
Pliskova got to the final.
Pliskova. Sorry, I was
quite
getting mixed
close
up.
though. Another Czech player.
I'm not doing too badly. The Czech Republic at tennis. Bencic won as well. She's having a great time at the moment. Absolute fantastic player. I've always wanted her doing mixed doubles with Federer at Wimbledon. Not Wimbledon. Olympics, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh well. So of course, if we look at Monday, in terms of what we've got so far in the women's singles, we've got 2 matches confirmed already, which is Sakkari, who won a match up against Canada of Andreescu, who is number 6 in the world. So that just shows how hard it's getting now. You know, the top ranks are still in there. Muguruza is going to be playing on Monday as well. Looks as though that's going to be a 2 a.m. start at Arthur Ashe Stadium. So does that mean it'll be a 9 o'clock start over there? This is why I hate the US Open sometimes, Kara. It doesn't treat us very well. I'm just hoping it's not on too late for Raducanu, because we would very much like to do a live stream watch along for that, especially on a school night.
I think it depends how many. I don't know what the scheduling is like, but I think it depends on how many night matches that Ash Barty is due to play. They could switch it up come Monday, and try and get her on in a day session to try and let the fans who've got daytime tickets to see that match. So I think it all depends.
I think that's the problem with the second week of a Grand Slam. If you've got a ticket, it's a lot less players around, a lot less matches. So, you know, you probably get more out your money from the first week. But at the same time, second week, you've got more of a chance of a proper clash, haven't you? Instead of a few one-handed games, if that makes sense. Sorry, one-sided games.
The first Monday of the second week, or well, the day of the fourth rounds is usually the maddest day of any Grand Slam.
Yeah.
It's just trying to pick out which ones are going to be the best matches, but sometimes, often than not, all the best matches are happening at the same time.
Yeah, that is annoying when that happens. Let's go back to let's see if I can get some stats up from the Raducanu match just then. So there was no aces from either player. Double faults, actually. Raducanu had 3 double faults while Tormo had none, which is quite hard to believe when you look at the scoreline. In terms of first serve, in terms of percentage, it was 77 for Raducanu and Tormo had 74%. In terms of win percentage, On first service, it was 80% for Raducanu, 45% for Tormo.
That was the bottom line of it, I think.
Yeah.
A 45% off the first serve to win first service points. That I'm not surprised that she got a high percentage of first serves in, because I think she played it a little bit safe on that one today. But that was the defining factor. She was just rolling those serves in, and that was just inviting Raducanu just to absolutely smash them back with power and angle to bully her off the court.
Absolutely. No, yep. I think, yeah, it did feel like that today. It just felt like it was too much power for her to deal with it. There was nothing wrong with Tormo's game. It just more felt like Raducanu's like, I want to get this done and go back to the hotel. It just felt like one of those. The win percentage on second serve, Raducanu 67% compared to her opponent, which is 29%. And look at the break points, 0% zero out of 0 for Sara, and for Emma it was 5 out of 11. You know, that's a big difference
11
right
break
there.
point opportunities created.
That's mad.
11
in a 2-set match.
In a two-set match, she probably had a break point in majority of the Sorribes Tormo service games. Incredible. And
then receiving points, 132 for Raducanu, 11 for Sara. But then when you look at this, games won 12-1. Yeah, pretty much. Max points won in a row, 11 for Raducanu. Max games won in a row, 11 for Raducanu. That's just crazy. Service points won 28-22 for Raducanu, and service games won 7-1 between Raducanu and Tormo. So if you like your crazy one-sided stats, that's the match to look at online if you want to check that out. But anyway, I think we are going to wrap it up here for our live watch along of Tormo versus Raducanu. So if you've just tuned in, Emma Raducanu probably playing the best match of her career so far, especially at Grand Slam tennis level. She wins the match today, 6-love, 6-1 against a player that was 109 places ranked higher than the 18-year-old. But you'd have switched them the other way around for sure after that match. Kara, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your first ever tennis watch along on Let's Talk Sport.
I loved it. Thank you for having me.
No worries. And of course, we'll let you know, folks, on our channel. So if you subscribe, you'll get updated on when our next streams will be. And if in case you are wondering what our next one will be, it will be tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Between Arsenal women and Chelsea women for the opening weekend of the Women's Super League. So do join me for that. It should be a cracker. But hopefully on Monday, the match for Raducanu, whoever she plays, will be on at a reasonable time. And hopefully Kara can join me for that. And do join us for that. And hopefully we'll see another famous win for Raducanu. Anyway, for now, it'll be goodbye from Kara and goodbye from me. And of course, have a great weekend, folks. See you later.